big drawing. This is a big one. So I woke up this morning and my partner had been talking about me doing a big 2-page spread in this sketchbook. Each page on here is like 8.5 by 11, 8 by 11, something like that. So it's like 16 by 22. No, that's sorry, that's bad math. It's 16 by 11 now, so it's pretty big. And I just wanted to sit down and do it. And after the last automatic drawing video, which I had a lot of fun with, I was trying to think about how I could apply some of those automatic drawing techniques to doing kind of a bigger, more finished drawing. The last video was in real time and took me about, I think it was like 5 minutes each. I think it ended up being about 10 minutes or something like that. This one is a time lapse, so I'm recording the voice afterwards, but it took me about an hour, start to finish, and I just sat down, didn't look at the clock, and just did it. But I wanted to fill the whole page, and I knew that even within an hour, that would be difficult if I tried to do any sort of like real fine detail. So I just wanted to start kind of filling in some big shapes, and I knew I wanted to do a figure because I want to do something easy and familiar, because it's kind of jumping into this, sticking to a subject matter that's familiar makes it a lot easier for me to think less about the drawing and just more about how I'm going to execute the drawing at that size. So I did a really rough sketch at first and then kind of just started filling in some tone in the background. And when I was filling in the background, I was kind of just, playing with the pencil. I was just filling it in. There was a lot of space, so I kind of just, it's not really uniform. I just kind of let my mind go. And that's where I started to apply a lot of the automatic drawing ideas to this one, kind of with the background. Just like fill it with something. I'll just fill it with random stuff and blend it all together. It's not going to matter. And it really didn't, because, well, you'll find out, but I actually ended up being really happy with this drawing. But as I started filling in the figure a little bit more, I was just kind of thinking about really light tones. I'm not trying to render the whole thing, because, I could definitely spend a few hours, doing a nice full graphite render on something this size, but I really didn't want to spend that long. So, this is a sketchbook. The whole point of this was to see if I could make a big drawing in a short amount of time and still be happy with the results, not for it to be so rough that I'm like, well, yeah, it's big, but, it's not really finished. But to also have enough, detail and kind of structure to it that it feels, kind of like a finished drawing, something, that I can look at and be like, okay, I did that shit today. That was productive. Like, I feel good about that. And so, I kind of blended a lot, and I would fill in little parts and then blend those out and then jump somewhere else. And when doing a big drawing, that really helps me a lot to kind of make the whole thing have a more complete feeling, is moving around the drawing while you're working on it. Because if you just stay in one place, it's really, really easy to get stuck detailing that one place and making that one little spot look perfect. Add a little bit here, shade it in, move somewhere else, add a little bit there, and kind of, make sure you're covering the entire space bit by bit. Makes it a lot easier to fill in something big. And I was also using really big pencils on this one. I started out with, this big Kohinoor lead holder. I think it's like a 3 millimeter graphite lead. And then I have this Cretacolor, what's it, like Mega Graphite? I can't remember what it's. Yeah, Mega Graphite. Just a number 2 on that one. And then like a General's Layout pencil, which is like a really dark kind of sketch pencil. I use the Mega Graphite to come in and do some more work on the line work, and I also use the Layout pencil on the line work because I did want the line work to stand out. So I started adding, more darker shapes, not really fine detail, but just, little bits here and there that kind of just like hint at a larger structure. So I don't know if any of this made sense to you, but if you got something from it, awesome. If not, I'm sorry, and maybe next time. But thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next